Hi, it's Laura, and I'm here to bring you some ways to continue working on your child's speech and language development at home. Just because you're not coming to the clinic doesn't mean you can't continue to work on their language skills. And even when you are coming into the clinic, it's not 45 minutes a week with me that makes them a successful communicator. It's what you do at home that makes all the difference. In this video, I'll be talking about verbal routines and how to work them into your everyday life. As always, my top 3 tips for making your child a communicator are to make it fun, be consistent, and meet them where they're at. Verbal routines are an easy way to build language in a toddler. A verbal routine is a repetitive, predictable sequence of language that your child can join in on. When a child knows that 100% of the time the routine is going to stay the same or close to the same, they feel more comfortable joining in with it. You're probably already using verbal routines in your everyday life. My personal favorite is ready, set, go. The first step in building a verbal routine is to model. That means you say it over and over and over. You show your child how the routine works. Part of why I like ready, set, go is that you can use it again and again and again in the same play schema, or you can use it in lots of different activities. I usually introduce this routine with bubbles. I get really excited and build the anticipation in the child so they know something fun is going to happen. It normally looks like this. Ready, set, go! They hear the language and they see the results that, wow, something fun happened after she said that. So step 1 in creating a verbal routine is to model, model, model. When you feel like you've modeled enough and your child is starting to understand it, go ahead and model some more. You want to be really sure that they understand the connection between the language and the routine. The next step after you've modeled is to add a pause. They may fill it in, they may not be ready, who knows. But you want to give them time that if they do want to fill in the routine, they can. I, again, like to do this step with bubbles because you're showing them that if they want this fun thing, they can participate and get it. It normally looks like this. Ready, set, you have to be comfortable waiting. A common mistake that I see parents make is that they don't give their child enough time to respond. They wait a few seconds and think, oh, they must not know how to do this, and give them the answer. But really, children need more time to process, especially children who are delayed. Even if it gets uncomfortable for you, you need to give them time to fill in the response. So, of course, it's important to continue modeling and make sure you're giving them an opportunity to respond. In addition to bubbles, you can use ready, set, go while pushing cars, while stacking up blocks, while rolling a ball back and forth, while they're playing on the swing set, on the slide, on the swing. You can use it while you're dressing them. You can hold a sock and say ready, set, go, and put it on their foot. You can use it while you're putting them in the car. There's lots of different opportunities to use this verbal routine and to build familiarity with your child. You can make up a verbal routine about just about anything. You could use 1, 2, 3, jump. Or up, 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 down. When you're dressing them, you could create verbal routines with their clothes. You could say, sock goes on. Shirt goes on. As long as you're repetitive and consistent, you can build a verbal routine with just about anything. One that I really like is walk, 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 stop. Walk, 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 stop. I do this in my office by having the child walk, 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 and then I physically grab them and stop. Walk, 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 stop. You can practice this with stuffed animals. You can do it with your fingers. Walk, 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 stop. Walk, 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 stop. I really like this for kids who like to run away. Maybe in the grocery store, maybe in the parking lot. It's good to build an understanding of the concept of stop. If you do this in a fun routine, there's a better chance that they're going to understand it. So then when you are in the grocery store and they're running away and you say stop, they might be more likely to follow that direction. Books and songs are also a great way to work on verbal routines. The wheels on the bus go. It's always round and round. The wheels always go round and round. And if the child is familiar with this song, you can practice and say that first part and see if they'll fill it in, maybe with the words or maybe with the motions. Books, a lot of them already have the verbal routines built into them. Brown bear, what do you? When you read these books and sing these songs over and over with your child, you're building verbal routines, and there's a good chance that they're going to start to participate. Not all books have verbal routines, but that doesn't mean that you can't put them in there. If your child works with me, they are very familiar with the We book. I love this book. I use it to build verbal routines in toddlers. I say, she says we. He says we. He says, and I wait, and I wait, and I see if they'll fill it in. The great thing about verbal routines is that you can incorporate them into several different activities. I just did he says we with a book. Now maybe I'll take out some farm animals in a slide and I'll take the sheep and say sheep says we. Cow says we. Then you can take your child outside and put them on the swing or the slide and narrate Liam says we. The more consistent you are and the more repetitive you are, the better chance that your child is going to learn these routines and start participating. When you're working on verbal routines, it's important that you pick a few words and use them over and over and over, rather than introducing 20 new words this week and 20 new words next week. The more the child hears the routine, the better it's going to be for them to not only understand, but to also eventually use the routine themselves. I hope this helps you work on your child's language development while you're stuck at home. Remember, have fun, be consistent, and meet them where they're at. Stay healthy, and I hope I see you soon.